Hello everyone, I'm Arimia, and I'll be going over the progress for my Victorian vampire Otome game, Crimson Waves on the Emerald Sea, Amaranthine Moon. Today we'll be discussing Elm, one of the love interests for the main character Lucie. Crimson Waves on the Emerald Sea is an alternate Victorian era where vampires live alongside humans. The main character, Lucie, can even be a vampire if you choose so. She's a student at the prestigious Purdue University, alongside two of her love interests, Cecil and Elm. We've already talked about Cecil's route, which you can watch on our channel. As for Elm, though, Elm is more of the loner type. He's quiet and reserved, never talking about himself nor his family much, despite befriending Lucie and Cecil before the game begins. His twin brother Rowan is the other love interest, but Lucie never knew Elm had a brother, much less a twin, before the start of the game. He can be hard to understand, and even hard to get a straight answer out of him, which is why his route is more of Lucie leading the conversations in narrative rather than Elm. It shows her trying to understand him better. One such scene is on day 6, right after the common route divergence. A storm has been brewing off the coast, and it finally hits land on day 6 in the full game, forcing Lucie and Elm to seek shelter in a clock shop. This scene focuses on Elm's thought processes. Earlier in the common route, if you pursued Elm, he revealed he's fascinated by vampires, and given that Lucie was a vampire years prior, he's eager to know more. Well, about as eager as a guy who rarely smiles can be. It's a bonding scene between Lucie and Elm, the first time she feels she's gotten to know him better. Scenes like this are perfect for cutscene graphics, or as we like to call them, CGs. They help emphasize special moments and make them even more memorable. The important part of this scene is Elm's focus on the clockwork with Lucie looking up at him. To get the idea down, I did a quick sketch in Clip Studio Paint. You can see the focus is on a clock, Elm, and Lucie. They're in a decent-sized clock shop, sure, but the atmosphere of the building is less important. The focal point should be on a singular clock, showing Elm concentrating on it. Lucie's hair is usually one of the harder parts for me to get down, as it's voluminous and has lots of layers to it. The second hardest part of drawing Lucie is actually the ruffles around her shoulders. Once the sketch was made, I moved on to lining the art. I use a Wacom One drawing tablet, which is a display tablet I've used for several years. You can see me drawing Elm's Valentine's Day art on it here. Having a display tablet makes it easier to get precise lines than a regular tablet, but it can cause neck and back strain. That's why my tablet is propped up higher than normal, using a tablet stand to keep it at an upright angle that's more comfortable for me. Next is flat colors, which go by quickly since I grabbed the colors from prior artwork. You could eyeball it, but it's easier and more accurate to use the eyedropper tool on existing artwork so they all use the same base color scheme. Any kind of atmospheric color tints will come later with the shading and the in-game tinting. The shading tends to take me the longest given all of the individual parts. For this CG, I'm matching the art style of the sprites, which were illustrated by Delay. You can see the partial hatching on Elm's hair and the way their eyes are shaped, which is different from my typical art style. It's a bit more painterly, but still very anime. While drawing it, I kept certain elements in different groups rather than drawing it all very flat, or merging all of the layers once I was done. The background and the clocks there are all on their own layers, and Elm has its own group, then Lucie, and then the clock in the foreground. Each piece can be toggled off and on, which is important to make the CG go from standard to this. By making each part be separate, I can individually blur them in-game to focus on different aspects as the story goes on. When Elm and Lucie are talking, we can focus on them. But when we're seeing the passage of time, we can focus on the clock in the foreground. It's a small thing that makes the CG go from standard to a little cool. You've probably also noticed that the art has been slightly tinted now that it's in engine. To better match the sprite artwork in the story, it's easier to color tint all of the artworks in Ren'Py. It's quick to adjust the color of art in Ren'Py and can easily be reused across all in-game artwork. so that it's all consistent. When it's all brought together, it really enhances the scene. Rather than just a couple of sprites on background for a few minutes, you can feel them getting closer to each other as they shelter together from the rainstorm. Will it completely pass them by, though, or will the storm manage to leave them changed? Well, that's just something you'll have to see in the full game. These are just a few concepts we've been playing with in Elm's Route and Crimson Waves on the Emerald Sea, Amaranthine Moon. You can meet Elm for yourself in the playable demo, and if you want to support development of the game, wishlisted on Steam. Thank you for watching this video devlog. If you want to see more, we have other video devlogs on our channel, as well as written devlogs on our website. Bye for now!